Hi everyone, welcome to my two new stocks that I purchased after selling my Apple shares the other day. I'm going to go through why I chose these two companies and kind of like where I'm at with them and kind of where I'd sell them. So after selling my Apple shares, it kind of freed that I could have another technology stock and still keep my portfolio diversified. And as well as that, it's a company that I mentioned, both these companies I mentioned in free stocks I'm watching. I actually put them in the free stocks, I put them as two mentions. And these are the two that I kind of chose to go with. So Apple freed up another technology stock, and Constellation Brands is another company which is just a steady growth company, and this is kind of like a longer hold than this one. So this could be in my portfolio for quite a long time this year, and this one I kind of want to kind of get out of probably in a couple of months. So this one kind of should be to December, and this one should be to round about May time. I like to get out of that one. So I'll talk about what my kind of plan is with them. So I'll start with the top one, which is Take Two. Take Two, I know the company quite well before even investing in them. I've kind of known how the company works with a lot of the games, and I know that going ahead, the forecasts for Take Two were very good. Not as much from the last year, and this year it slightly increases, but in 2019 we're going to see quite a bit of a jump. And the reason why is because at the moment Take Two, who work on a lot of games, are bringing a game out called Red Dead Redemption 2, which was quite a big hit on the first one, so the second one should be as well. And at some point we're going to get a new Grand Theft Auto, which is probably one of the biggest game titles out there. So with them two big game titles, they don't actually produce like loads of games like an EA and Activision, but with those two big titles, it'll bring a lot of money in for Take Two. And the thing about Take Two Entertainment is that Take Two Software is that they kind of work a lot on add-ons and people purchasing for add-ons, and because of the add-ons, they have a nice steady increase in like the revenue stream. So Take Two actually worked that very well. So what I did is I bought in at 114 per share, so 114 per share. My target is to sell at 127 per share. Obviously it's not a massive gain, it's only $30, but I just kind of wanted to hold that for a little bit because it's undervalued from its all-time high. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried on Take Two Entertainment is the PE ratio on this company is a little bit lower than a little bit higher than what I like. At the moment, the P ratio is sitting around about a 70 as recording this video, which is a little bit higher than what I like, but obviously because of the earnings that will be coming up, that should steadily drop down. And we'll go on to number two, which is Constellation Brands, a company that obviously I've watched for a long time, and it's one that I've always thought about getting into at some point when it's the right point, and I think this is it. I believe it's slightly undervalued right now. It's got so many good names of beers in. It's got one of my favourite, Corona, in. So it's got a lot of easy, well-known companies invested in, and also I've been watching Canopy Growth for a while, which Constellation Brands own a percentage in Canopy Growth as well. With the weed build getting passed at the moment, really, for Constellation Brands, and having a percentage in Canopy Growth, that could be a big part of their company at some point. So that kind of covers that company that I've kind of been watching for a while. And also it just has so many other well-known beers that it owns. It also plays a dividend, which is nice with it being a bit of a longer hold. So I got in there at 217. I'm going to sell out at 240. Potentially that could go to 250 depending on what happens as the year goes on. But yeah, so that'd be $23 gain, or it could be a $33 gain. We'll see what happens on that one. But that should last to about December time. I expect that to be a while. That one I'm kind of hoping to be out of in 3 months at the longest. So that's kind of my plan at the moment. And if that goes, then potentially, depending on if there's another correction, a dip in stocks, if it just kind of like we just see a bull market, then potentially that could get replaced again with Apple. But we'll see what happens. Obviously we can never predict what's going to happen in the stock market, but those are two companies that I thought I'd get a nice steady return on over the kind of coming weeks and months. So guys, let me know what you think about this company. Give the video a like, and I'll see you on the next video.